Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, what's up, guys?
how we doing?
Doing good, doing good. It's starting to warm up here, so even though I got a hoodie, but my I keep the house at a cool 69 degrees. So
You always got the hoodie on.
I know, I have to, but I also got to
You're
represent
in
too.
Texas too.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting. It's funny. I was telling a coworker of mine, I was like, "Yeah, my pool is at 81 degrees, so I don't think it's warm enough to get in." He's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I think he's in Tennessee." And he was just like, "That's like perfect. What are you talking?" I was like, "No, man, that's too cold. I stepped my toes in there. I'm just like, ooh, I don't know about this. I like to be a nice 95, 97 degrees,
Yeah.
kind of like bath water." But
Ours is still. We haven't taken the tarp off yet.
I thought about getting a tarp. I told my wife about that, but then I was like, well, because we have like a weird, it's like a, it's not a rectangle or anything like that. It's kind of like a,
Yeah.
I forgot what they call it, like a kidney shape or something like that. Like a,
Yeah.
yeah. So I figured we'd have to get something custom made. Like, it's fine. It's fine. But other than that, you guys doing all right?
Yeah, man.
Cannot
Not
complain.
too bad. Yeah.
Exciting news coming.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff coming out over the weekend. A lot of reveals, and there's like, I wonder if there's like a convention and stuff. And I know I didn't see anything on Celebration. And I know some stuff dropped, so
Yeah.
maybe you can talk about it, Rob, or if you have,
I mean, I will talk about something that I received already. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you
Yeah.
want, if you want to do show and tell, go ahead and show off, man. Show and tell.
Oh, you want me to start now? Okay.
Yeah. I think you're the only one too, because I don't have anything.
I just got Hellboy in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it great?
I literally just unboxed him 5 minutes ago. So,
okay.
But
live,
he's really cool. The chest is weird, where it's like hollow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I should have brought. I have the Mezco, like the old Mezco, and that thing is like a rock. Like it's just like. But it also doesn't articulate as well as this either. So.
Yeah, what's cool about that soft rubber is you can bend the torso and things like that. And so I thought it was like a genius engineering move on their part.
Yeah. He's really cool though, and very accurate. The only thing I don't love is this hand. Like I wish there had been an option to switch the hand out, like to have an alternate hand that was just like a sculpted like one piece thing. Shit, I just lost the pistol. But these accessories are great. I got the big 30th anniversary one or whatever it is, so it has the new t-shirt. But yeah, he's really cool. I feel, man, this wasn't very expensive. Like $140 or something like that.
That's not too bad. Who makes it?
Yeah, it was 1,000 toys.
Oh, okay.
So, I really wanted that Lobster Johnson because I don't have a Lobster Johnson at all. But
you gonna pick him up now?
Maybe. I mean, at least Hellboy has like soft goods and stuff.
He's not as good as Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah, that's a bummer. I'll probably end up getting him eventually. But this is super cool. I can't wait to take pics of him. So, how hard is it? I assume the other one had a T-shirt too, right? You have the older one, right?
No, the first one didn't come with a T-shirt. I had to buy one. There was a customizer at the time who was making them for Hot Toys.
Okay. I don't know. I might leave the T-shirt on because it's fun that he's wearing a Hellboy T-shirt.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Instead, I don't know why they didn't go with a GCPD one or whatever. Not GCPD,
BPRD.
but BPRD. But yeah, he's super cool. Like I said, the articulation's really fun, and I love Hellboy. So this was the big thing I got. I don't know how this worked with Hasbro, but I haven't opened them yet. But I got the Samurai.
Oh, wow.
Samurai. And this packaging is outstanding. It's really beautiful. And like he went up for sale Friday or Saturday night during Celebration. It was in stock on Amazon. Got him the next day. It's wild.
Wow. That's crazy. So that's from the Star Wars animated like anime one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Visions. Yeah.
Visions, yeah.
Yeah. He comes with, I haven't opened him yet. I might try to open him in a bit. But he comes with a droid that's really cool. It's a black and white figure. with a red saber, and yeah, he looks like a Ronin. I love samurai movies, and I love Star Wars. Like, I'm super pumped for Andor tonight.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it drop tonight, or is it
First 3 episodes drop tonight at 9
but like
o'clock.
tonight? 9 o'clock, quick say.
Yeah, which is great because that's when we get off the stream.
Yeah. I have to watch it tomorrow morning, but yeah, now I know what to. Cause I saw the news about it and stuff like that. I was like, oh shoot, I was gonna put it on Disney Plus, while I work today, but then I was like, I never got to it, and I was like, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow. But that's good that nothing's spoiled yet. So I mean, by the time I go to bed, wake up, I'll just ignore everything and just put it on early in the morning tomorrow. So
yeah. And then last thing I got is this Obi-Wan. It's
nice.
one of the Bandai. I forget what they call these. Movie realization, something or another. But I love these things. I collect this line. I have, I've got the Mando and the Darth Maul and Darth Vader and a bunch of the Stormtroopers. Like, samurai movies and Star Wars, that's like almost everything to me. So
I mean, it always was with me. Well, I mean, Star Wars was, and it's just like something that I just haven't like dipped my toes in a lot. I mean, I was really into it a lot. Of course, growing up as a kid, I had my brother's hand-me-downs because it was it was a few years before I came to be. And then during the 90s, I was all, I mean, so deep into Power of the Force and the Phantom Menace and meeting everyone, meeting all the actors and everything, getting stuff signed. And then I kind of just, it's always been, I don't know, I think maybe the new movies and I still enjoy Star Wars, but it's just like I'm not as invested as I was years ago. Like, I was always like, Star Wars was my main thing, and then just, I don't know.
And there's a lot of fans that are like that. They've kind of lapsed out of it. I just love it. It comes back and I watch it and I get those, nostalgic pings. I mean, I have a huge collection. I've got the great big Millennium Falcon, and I got the HasLab, the Razor Crest, the Mando ship, and
okay.
And I own a bunch of lightsabers, the whole bit.
You got the
vintage?
Huh?
The barge.
I did not get the barge because I was collecting at the time, and then I thought $500, that's ridiculous. Like, I will not pay that. I would do anything for a $500 barge at this point.
Oh geez, man! Not with everything else we got coming.
I know. I just, man, I love Star Wars. So
yeah, I mean, again, it's cool. I mean, to see people, fans, keep that same sort of excitement. Again, I have a few Black Series figures, and I'm actually I think it's Holocron is the store, and it's like that's all they sell is Star Wars, and it's literally like 20 minutes away from me. It's not that far from my house, and I've gone in there a couple of times, but again, I just don't have that same. Again, if it's on like Mandalorian, I love Mandalorian. I'm gonna watch the movie when it comes out. I just love that version, and certain Star like I didn't see Acolyte. I didn't have the yearning for it, but yeah, Andor, like I'm all for that. Which is funny because I get a trip whenever I see the advertisements for it because it always says, this is the final season. It's like, well, season 2 and the final season. It's like, okay, well, I mean, it's not like this is the final season of Andor, but it's like, okay, it's not like some 10 season or some long running, series where it's like
the first season was very well regarded.
Yeah.
And then there's the movie, there's Rogue One, so there's like a
it's like a bookend.
It's a big epic thing, and then the reviews have been crazy for it. So
yeah, I was watching
very,
that.
Very excited. Star Wars is like my first love. Like, I was I wasn't born when the first movie came out, but like it's the first movie I remember seeing. Empire's the first movie I ever saw in a theater. Like, I remember I have vivid memories of seeing Return of the Jedi in the theater. Like, it's just a lifelong thing. So
yeah, my brother and my cousins, they all because they were kind of around the same age bracket or same age group. So yeah, I always hear the story that my dad took like my brother, two of my two cousins on my mom's side, her sister's 2 boys, and then the other 2 cousins on my dad's side, his sister's kids. He took all these boys to the drive-in. And it's like I always hear these stories like there was like all kinds of fights and everyone was just like all upset, but then went to go see Star Wars and then everyone just chilled out. and everyone's just like their minds were just blown. Then they couldn't shut up talking about it. Then my dad was all like, "Oh man, they're first they're all fine with each other, all going to the theater, and then coming back and like now they won't show about this, about the Chewbacca and the alien thing,
now
the
they're
lightsaber
fighting.
yeah. They was like they're all hitting each other, pretending to be. I was like, oh man, what did I start now? So it's just
I was lucky in that they did those re-releases in the 90s in theaters. I don't know if you remember that. And I kind of got that experience a little bit of like going to see Star Wars in movie theaters. And same thing, we went to go see Empire, me and my uncle. It was just like, it was so weird because at that time, it didn't even process. Like I wasn't like, oh, this is an old movie. It was just like a movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I know for the 90s, the 90 releases, because I'd seen it on VHS and I'd seen I had been indoctrinated with Star Wars at an early age. Again, even though Jedi came out in 83 and I was born in 82, I mean, obviously there's no way I could, even if they said I win, there was no way I could recollect that. It wasn't until 85 was when I started seeing stuff and kind of just, taking on memories. But yeah, all through the mid to late 80s and then early 90s, I was all about, into Star Wars. And the figures when they came out, the re-releases, the Power of the Force, and then the remastered versions of the movies, I was just like, oh man, I couldn't. Well, I was excited, but then at the same time, I am one of those fans that is fickle about like the remasters, just because some stuff is like that's just like the snice noodles CGI and everything.
The thing is, those versions are older now than Star Wars was when the special editions came out. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That is wild.
And it's like, those are the only versions I've been watching. Those are the only versions I've watched for almost 30 years now. So,
which is still, it's
crazy.
Yeah, but it's still, even though I still watch it, and I see those scenes in there, it still feels jarring though for me though. It's like, I remember just seeing Size Noodles as a puppet and not a CGI and this.
Oh, I totally get that.
But no, it's just funny how you think. Yeah, it's like that is true. That was a longer for the special editions being in circulation than the actual original movies before the special editions came out. So that's crazy. But again,
4K releases on Disney Plus also are gorgeous, like brand new movies. They look amazing.
But nah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I still need to watch Daredevil. I still need to watch Daredevil season 3. So
what are you doing?
I mean, I got a lot of catching up to do on things, but I didn't get anything this week. Chris, you say you didn't get anything either. You've been running dry.
Last thing. Sorry.
Yeah,
I did get one other thing.
No, you're good, man. Let's check out the chat real quick.
I got this Fish Toys horse.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you posted because you did a legend. So did you just glue it or like putty a?
I used generative fill in it.
Oh, really? Oh, that was that was AI. Oh, sweet. That was like that. That was pretty seamless.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. This is as good or better than a Four Horsemen. Yeah,
nice.
Mythic horse.
And
it looks fantastic. It was 109. I got it on Big Bad. Because I wanted the white one specifically.
Yeah. Get those legend vibes.
Legend, honestly, like Toyland's Derek took that one shot with Gandalf, and it just looked like legend, like the way he had it framed, and he wasn't doing a unicorn shot, but it just gave me those vibes, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. Is that the one with the water with like he used like that's pretty ingenious too.
I've got to have that horse. So I went ahead and got it, and it's a really gorgeous piece. I don't know, the hair is really cool. It gives you that same thing. Neither of you guys got the Gandalf, right?
No, I didn't get the
I don't know. It's just the same sort of experience. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
can you lower the neck and raise the head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, the articulation on it's really good. Some of it is hidden.
I was about to say, is the mouth stay open, or can you close it, or
the neck also is like ratcheted.
That's huge.
That is nice. Yeah. That's really nice.
So yeah, it's a really, really, really cool piece.
On the mouth, is it like the jaw articulated, or
it is not? So they offer two. There's one with a closed mouth that was sold out at the time. That is not sold out now. But so I had to get this guy. He's a little derpy in the face. but
yeah, it works.
But yeah, that's more like a running horse, you know.
Yeah, which I'm going to use it for anyway. So the tack came off really easily the other night. I took all this tack off, and it came off super easy. Like I said, I like this horse a lot. So recommended. I had bought one of their big werewolves a while back.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing. I think we talked about it too on the.
Yeah, I like that thing a lot. Yeah.
Here, cool. Let me bring up the chat real quick. Ostradamus Toys saying hello, friends. What's up, Oz?
How we doing?
Brick something saying hello. What's up, man? Everyone's saying hello to each other in the chat. Action figure statue collector. What's up? Hello, all. Collectible fun. What's up, man? Brick something says, I'm with y'all. Love Star Wars and can't wait for it tonight. I know Brick is a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I think he's been to the actual Galaxy's was it Galaxy's End or
Galaxy's Edge? Yeah, man.
Edge. Yeah, I think it's like his yearly commute with his family, taking his kids out there and building a lightsaber, building droids. So my brother went one time. He took his kids out there. And I keep telling my wife we need to go, and it's like, well, we don't have any kids. It's just the two. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's
so fun.
That's the thing to do.
That's what you want to do because you don't have to deal with kids. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I've flown the Millennium Falcon, man. It's incredible. Like, it's an awesome experience.
Oh man, Eddie's figure saying, "What's up, dudes?" And then Muscruffer says, "Hello, what's up, man?" But yeah, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything in, but I did make some purchases. So those are actually on their way. I mentioned backstage, like I've got like right now my on my phone, I've got like 8 tracking numbers already. I got like, and it's, I guess I got 2 things from actually 4 things from FedEx. I just got a notification for one that we'll talk about here in a minute. And then another one that got UPS. One of them actually got delivered, and I forgot to bring it. Well, it's still in the box, but the Dio that Dimitri, he can't make it tonight. He's taking care of some personal business, and I want to thank him for that because I need to open it and look at it. But he made me a 1/18 scale Dio because I want to take some, just some shots of the Delta 17, those O-ring figures. It's like a kind of like a war torn type city, kind of just. He's got like boarded up windows and boarded up archways and stuff and doors, and it looks really nice. So I mean, appreciate it. And he turned that around quick. I asked him about like, hey, can you do something like 1/18 scale, like a kind of like an urban kind of city, or kind of like a like not really desert, but kind of just in that kind of area, kind of that realm. And he was just like, yeah, I can do something like that. Because I think he had done something similar, but at 1/12 scale. And he said it was, if I remember correctly, he said it was easier just because 1/18, so it's like scaled down. But you can also kind of play around with the scale a little bit. You can make a little bit bigger and have 1/12 figures. But no, I appreciate him doing that and having a quick turnaround, because with Joe Fest coming up in about a month or 2 in June, so should have some shots for Delta 17. That's gonna be cool. But everything else is on the way in. And the main thing, well, this past weekend was also WrestleMania. Now I know, Chris, you don't partake in the pro wrestling.
Come on, man.
Arena. Not since the Attitude Era, man. Not since the Attitude Era.
And that was like 1998 to like.
That was like 2000s, The Rock and all that stuff, and Stone Cold.
So, but no, I mean, WrestleMania was here. It was in Vegas, and that was where my Raiders play. I don't have the gear on, but yeah, it's like it was cool seeing everything. Unfortunately, I was out of town. I was for Easter weekend, so I was having to watch a lot of stuff on my laptop and my phone. But even still, it's just it's always the spectacle. It is the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. A lot of cool surprises and everything. But the main thing was, I think there was I'm not sure if there was a con, or I think it was just because it was just WrestleMania and Mattel was announcing a whole lot of new reveals, new releases for their, WWE figures. And they announced, they did the renders of the tag team Demolition.
Yeah.
And I always told myself I was not going to get back into wrestling figs just because I can't. It's a rabbit hole, a deep.
That is a slippery slope, my friend.
That is a deep rabbit hole. And I was like, if they do Demolition, then I'll do it, because that's my favorite tag team of all time is Demolition.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that I was all about Demolition. I was so upset in 1990 when they turned heel, and they were being cast off when they brought in Smash and
they got the Road Warriors.
Well, yeah, the Road Warriors came in, Legion of Doom, and they kind of just like, okay, we're done with these guys. Y'all can go, y'all can go become the Repo Man and Kona Crush and everything. So, but no, I was a huge fan, but I know there were some, there were disagreements with Demolition and WWE over certain things over the past several years. So I figured they weren't going to ever make them. Or I have some time to kind of before diving into wrestling figures. Well, my buddy Frankie Roma Toys 89, he had mentioned in one of our chats, was like, dude, they just signed a Legends deal. I was like, oh crap, you serious? Like, yeah, they signed a Legends deal, which means basically, they're back into the family, right? They're part of WWE for likenesses, licenses, appearances, probably a Hall of Fame induction. So when he said that, I was like, oh crap, man, it's gonna happen. They're gonna bring in Demolition. And so so this weekend when they announced that, I was just like, oh crap. I was like, I guess I'm going in. I'm gonna have to get back into wrestling fig. So I made that promise myself, and I'm keeping it. So with the announcement that Demolition is coming to Mattel WWE figures, I got myself. I already had like a Hulk Hogan and a Ultimate Warrior, and just as those are like given, right? I'm a Hulkamaniac and Ultimate Warrior fan, so I knew I was going to get those, or I mean, I had to get those, when they came out, throughout the last couple of years, but not going down the rabbit hole. But now I am. I mean, this weekend I bought their it's called the Coliseum Collection, which is a lot of their classic figures like Jake the Snake Roberts, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, the Hart Foundation. So, and then today I bought a ring. So the ring's coming, and and I bought an Extreme Sets Dio, the Arena Dio. So it's like I'm when I was telling folks, like, I'm going all in. Like I don't mess around with that. I go all in, and I got to do it. So
this guy could double as a Mad Max.
He could.
That is the look they were going for.
Yeah. I think it was that, and also I always wonder if it was also Beastmaster, because Beastmaster had the Death Guards.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, so Humongous has that very similar mask, and then
the Jason mask,
and that's I don't know. Cool about them. Have you ever seen the Road Warriors, Chris?
Yeah.
The Legion of Doom. Okay, so
Oh wait! Also... Are you talking about Road Warrior Mad Max? I didn't know.
No. I mean, no.
I do know who the Road Warriors are. Wrestlers, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you've seen their look also, right?
Mm-hmm.
So WWE wanted their own Road Warriors, basically, and I mean, I also have a very big soft spot for Demolition. I love Demolition.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that
that's just prime late '80s wrestling right there.
Yeah. I mean, and the fact that they turned them babyface too, that was so crazy. Which is funny. I can't remember their names now. It was the Barbarian. Well, with the Barbarian and the Warlord.
The Powers of Pain.
Powers of Pain, yeah. That was actually like a ripoff too of the Road Warriors and Jim Crockett. And then they brought him over to WWE, and they did the little switcheroo with here he is, Mr. Fuji. So we got Mr. Fuji coming out. So I'm excited, because it's and then like they say like that, just take my money. Just it's like now I'm going all in. I mean, you got Lex Luger, NWO Wolfpack. I mean, it's just
there's so much. Just gonna glaze over.
I mean, and it's genius though for them to with these figures. I mean, even with this, even with a Nick Aldis, suited figure. I mean, you can always use that for any kind of.
No. Mattel does great work. I've been saying this for months.
Yeah.
I like those DC figures. Look at that guy with the hands. Go to the guy with the hands.
Oh yeah. Jey Uso, that's eating. He's eating.
Yeah,
that's
eating.
It's called. That's what we call it. It's called eating. He's eating. Chris.
He's eating. Oh, okay.
He's eating. Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me in on the lingo.
Yeet.
And he is the current world heavyweight champion too. He won the he won this past weekend. So, but I'm excited. But again, this Austin here. I'm gonna probably end up getting this Austin. This will be my first Austin.
That's pretty great. That's a pretty damn cool head sculpt.
Yeah. So, this is their first bloody figure. Also.
Yep. So. Yep. I mean, it's got to be, and it's got to, for the first one, it has to be Austin. So,
yeah.
Do they have tattoos though? Because I heard that's always kind of been a weird thing about certain action figures. Where
a lot of them do.
Yeah. I mean, Cody Rhodes. I don't know if they showed on here, but he's got the neck tattoo. I don't think they have it on here on this figure, but yeah, Cody Rhodes. He was the champion, but yeah, you can kind of see it there. His dog Shadow. But he's rocking the neck tattoo. So, but yeah, they I don't think they have any CM Punk, I think. So, yeah. I mean, that's part of the wrestlers, they have to include the tattoos. In fact, let me find
where's Chris Benoit?
Yeah, look at Umaga.
Oh, that's awesome.
Chris, no, come on, dude. You're smart enough to know that is never going to happen. That there's no way that's ever going to happen. So, but no, so I mean,
I have this Undertaker figure, and he's got all kinds of.
Oh, actually, I was telling my wrestling figs group that I saw an Undertaker, a classic gray and black Undertaker, the Gobbledygooker 2-pack. Yeah, it was like 35 on Amazon, so I'm gonna pick that up.
Oh, that's great.
I love that version of the Undertaker and the Gooker. He can always be a good, Thanksgiving treat. But yeah, I'm doing it because I mean, and it's smart for WWE. I mean, just thinking about it, I mean, you got all kinds of I mean, they're doing a Bret Hart with the Survivor Series where he wore the singlet with the shorts. I mean, there's a of just. It's unlimited of what they can make. So
yeah.
And again, I'm probably going to be sticking to like I'm telling myself don't go past the 2000 or the 90s or the 2000, like 1999 into 2000, kind of just because I don't want to get it too much maybe into modern wrestling, but I probably will. I'll probably end up getting into the modern era. So
I just took the pin off so I could open this up.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It's huge.
Jeez. That's Black Series?
Yeah, this is Black Series.
Wait, so that's not 112?
It is. It's Black Series. Yeah. Black Series is their 112 line.
Yeah.
Vintage collection is the 3.5 or 3.75. But yeah, this is really nice.
See here, Brick says, still haven't done Sabres, but we did the droid building once because Lola Abuela paid for it. And we're lucky my brother hooks us up with tickets each year. Oh, that's right, Brick. You got the hookup, man, somehow. But that's good, man. Good family time too. I bet you the kids love it. Common Dad Shot says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Common Dad?" Oh, I gotta get off this page, man. I keep looking at these wrestling figures. I'm just like,
I'm going. Chris is gonna get off here if you keep talking about wrestling figures.
Man,
it's like when we start talking about Warhammer. That's
I know, and then I start like,
and you start seeing the eyes start glazing over. Right? Rob, I mean, he just like, or he kind of has this look where he's just like,
it's that Doc Rivers gif, and I'm like,
I mean, he's just like, huh? Like, what's going on? So, I mean, let's pull up something that we all can agree on. Well, I don't know. Again, we don't hear. So this is for everyone. We don't really hear from Chris until Mondays. So, like, stuff happens over the weekend. I don't know what he's thinking. So even still, I still haven't got his take on this. So let's bring up, one of the things that happened this weekend, which is Ganesha, the latest figure obscura. So I guess raise of hands or whatever, just who got one, who copped. Chris is like, no,
not for you.
Yeah, just not for me.
I mean, yeah, it is I mean, for me, honestly, and people will probably like kind of just go like, what? I got it because the accessories, and some people were saying the accessories were limited, but I mean, you come with bananas and
what are they talking about?
I have no idea. And then
you get a tons of accessories, extra arms, and
you get a rat.
You get the rat. Like, I love these accessories.
Yeah, I mean a little, poo-poo platter, so you can just have on, on a table, or I mean, like thing of grapes. I got like a little end table now after I bought that living room set, the little dollhouse thing, so I can just like put that there as like a little, setting, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to like Toy Mirth, man. Toy Mirth, I mean, you look at his shots and he's got all kinds of like just accessories and just random stuff thrown into the frame. So I mean, this is some cool things. But I mean, overall the figure, and let me actually if I was gonna pull up Dork Layer because he does the pop and swap right after his videos, and he did some cool. I don't know if you saw it, Chris. Let me see if I can drop this on real quick.
I mean, it's a beautiful figure. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm looking at it, and I saw it the other day, just kind of briefly. I was like, wow, it's really pretty, but I don't know what I would use it for photography wise, and so therefore I had to pass. But it's beautiful. Like, it's really nice.
I'm really enjoying these like deities and different like folklore sort of.
I mean, overall, I mean, I think for a lot
creatures that they're coming out with.
Yeah, I think overall, I think a lot of people may just see this as a. I figure they can just have display, because again, it's gorgeous looking. I mean, everything about the soft goods and everything, but and maybe not one that you actually like are using for photography, but again, just having it like that in that pose. I mean, that'd be cool. Kind of just have it sitting there, just chilling. But
I just thought he was a cool elephant guy, so
yeah. I mean, and you can use it again. Just I mean, I know people were talking about in different chats and different groups about offending anybody by using. I mean, if you do it tastefully and if you just do it, I don't think it'd be a problem. And some people were asking about, well, what if he's like because he's supposed to be like a peaceful person, right? Well, I mean, he does have a broken trunk. I mean, he got that somehow, right? He got that from. I don't think he got that from. Yeah, he has an axe. I mean, I don't think he's. He can throw down if he needs to. So again, I'm not fully in touch with the lore, honestly, and I'll be. I know it sounds bad, but my introduction or my what do you call it? What I know about Ganesha is from The Simpsons. I mean, it's just I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I mean, it's just like I remember when
none of us are Hindu, right?
Yeah, so, and when
a bowl of popcorn.
Well, I mean,
sweets. It's a bowl of sweets that he has. Yeah, it's candy.
Bowl of sweets. So I mean, I just know when
like I said, I just thought it was a beautiful piece, and I was like, yeah, I want to own this. I want to put this in my collection.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking figure, and
I love anthropomorphic animals and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was all about this.
And I kind of figured it was going to be it. Somebody had mentioned like what was it, the sun god Ra or something like that, or something. Oh no, there was all kinds of different. Let me pull up the original teaser. There was all kinds of different guesses, or kind of what people thought they were going, it was going to be, and then. I think Rob, he just went, he Googled, or you kind of just use AI to kind of just like, was it Google AI to kind of just put that in there?
I figured it out pretty easy. But
wait, hold on. What did you do, Rob?
I used Google, I used the deities because there's a clue about removing obstacles or something like that.
Yeah.
And so
that's one of the
and then I put traits. That clue in, asked Google, and then put in the deities, and then it popped up there, and Ganesha was the first thing.
I wonder, yeah, maybe I try that. What if you did take like this first or the description or like the hints and everything and drop that into like a chat GPT? It's like, hey, any guess on what this could be, and just drop it in there and maybe see what it spits out.
I mean, Ra was also an option, but yeah, I had thought they had already done Egyptian gods last year also.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I doubt they would do something different this year, and who knows what it'll be next year. That's fun. Like,
yeah,
they seem to be hopping around to different mythologies.
Or not even next year. I mean, later this year, right? I mean, it's like, or I mean,
well, usually the springtime one, the Easter one is kind of like that's when they did Monkey King. That's when they did the Egyptian one last year. So
I know they always drop these when I'm out of town. Every time, seriously, every time, and it's always around some. I don't know. I have to go look at the dates, but seriously, it's over some sort of like holiday or some sort of like family gathering thing, because it's like I'm never home. I'm always either with my family or with my wife's family, and it's like because I always like I'm hoping I'm in a good spot to order or be available to get it when it drops, and it's just like So
I'm excited for the new parts too. Just they have that like kind of chunky body and
yeah, let me bring this up because to show Rob or show Chris what he's missing. So you're missing out, man. Look at this. You can have a fat zombie.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, I like this chunky body. I like the elephant head. I think that's really cool.
And then you can get you can have a death dealer.
That is awesome.
That is, I mean, I don't think I have this armor. I have the I have the black version of all this, so I'm probably gonna mess around with. I mean, and that's the other thing too, the pop and swap. It's just like I mean, yeah, when I saw this right here from Dork Lair, I was like, oh crap, yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I had already bought it before that, but I was like, well, this makes it even more justified in my eyes. It's like, yeah. Now I got that heat gun too, so I was just like, yeah, it's like it should be easy or it shouldn't be hard to do a little popping and swapping. So
I think it just looks like a beautiful figure. So,
and then the art.
I don't mind. I'm excited about doing Monkey King photos with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we could have to do a collab on that.
Yeah,
but I mean, I mean, the offering is always, it's hit or miss. Like I didn't get the Ghost Chris's pass. I still need to. I meant to get Allegiance, I just never did. I mean, I'm sure. Hell, I may end up getting at Joe Fest. If I think because 4 Horsemen are going to be out there, so that's probably when I'm going to get it. Sometimes it's just I don't know. It just for a lot of these things, it's just if I know they're going to sell it at a convention that I know I'm going to be at, then I just get it there. Just that way, I got it and don't have to wait or worry about shipping or anything like that, or if I'm going to be home when it ships or what have you. So this was interesting here. Yeah, it's like I wonder if these characters or kind of I didn't really see anybody talking about this, but yeah, these characters here off to the side. If that's like a tease or something like that, or I don't know, because he's got the forearms, where yeah, but oh no, good figure, good offering. But again, I get why some people wouldn't be.
Yeah, this is totally not for everybody.
Yeah, it's just if you got it, I'm sure you'll be happy with it. What did Brick say? Brick saying, yeah, the Hornet's son and obstacles were ridiculous. Ganesha the destroyer obstacles. Yep. These do world religions at Bosco, and then he says those are Ganesha's parents, Lord Shiva and Parvata. I have a Master First Base custom of Shiva. Oh, nice.
I was thinking too with the elephant head, they can do a snout spout.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got the parts for it now, so yeah. I could see them doing a snout spout tribute figure.
Oh, is that a He-Man thing?
Yeah.
That's coming for sure. You're right.
Yeah. Snout spout. It's like, yeah, he's a pretty beefy one. The Master First version too. I have to put him on his knees in my display little display cabinet because he's a beefy fella.
I wonder if they do Buddha eventually with that new beefy body.
I could see that. I could see them doing that. So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. Oh, here's some people that got featured for the ATL 25.
Oh, who did that?
Oh, this was Nate. I think this is Nate.
I know that's Nate.
Oh, I was like, come on, Rob.
Okay.
But no, this was actually a cool idea. I was like, oh, that's pretty ingenious using the end piece. I was like, did mine come with binoculars? And I was like, oh wait, that's the end piece that plugs into the heavy gun. But that was like, yeah, that's a cool little idea to kind of use that as binoculars. So pretty cool. And then Slay Toys and One Night Photos.
Oh yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm actually happy too. I was just like, oh man, because I think mine was the only one that included like the alternate versions because I had two. So that was kind of cool. Kind of show people like, yeah, you're missing out, man. You really need, at least get it for if you want to switch it out too.
Two people had that binocular idea.
Yeah. This was Darth LVJ. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna have to steal that now. Will Flow. Man, you always know. I already know that. That's always or was that laser photo? Oh, okay. Laser T photo. And hey, look at that.
Hey, Torianic 40s. Oh, look there.
There he is. Good shot, man. Actually, is that the same? Is that the dial you got at Legion's Con?
It is. Yeah. It's or at Toylanta. Yeah.
Oh, is it Toylanta? You got this dial?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I thought it was like because you got one that was kind of like that, right? It was kind of like a little like kind of covered.
Yeah.
Or it was like kind of oval shape or kind of roundish, but
this next shot's my buddy Jason. That you guys met at, that you guys met at Legion's Con also.
Oh, okay. And he's the one. He's the one that did the building, the Dio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plastic
okay,
photo.
so I'm gonna have to ask him at Legion's Con to build me something then.
Yeah, this is his first ever toy photo, and he got featured by the Horsemen. So I
know
I called him a son of a bitch. Yeah.
Rob's like, it's like, okay, that's good, it's good, but that's just pump the brakes
slow your roll, Jason.
Slow down a little bit, man. It took me 2 years to get featured by the Horsemen, so just just chill, just don't get too big of a head.
It just took me a while, so.
But and now you feature all the time because I think you got featured again here with the
with the Necronominous wave.
Yeah, Necronomicus. I think that's a boy. Oh, no, actually, that's Toy Photo Guy. Man, that was the most recent one he did too, and I was like, damn,
that's a good shot.
Yeah. I know they had to crop it to to fit everyone with the format and everything, but I think his was actually like a wider shot, and it was really, really great. He's been like he's got some new lighting that he's been incorporating that he was talking to me about, kind of getting my input or asking me about certain things. I was like, yeah, he's really doing a knockout job right now.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Toy Immersion. I think this is like, I mean, Four Horsemen's like, we got to keep this, and I think it's like they always feature this because that's a
hell of a photo. Yeah,
this is just like this sells the figure like nothing. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh, and I mean the time I would imagine and the patience to get this done, it's like incredible, beautiful shot. And then this is Jeffrey Osman, good shot. This is the there's actually Necronomicus, right?
Yeah,
or is this the
yep. Oh no, that's the Terpiculi.
That's the Terpiculi from Necronomicus.
Terpiculi, yeah.
I still have to open it.
Actually, I got a just a preview of what probably for next week is I got the Undead pack. So
who did this?
This is Oz. This is Oz Toy Photography. So
wow, Oz, nice.
Yeah, really good shot of Sir Gideon and Bishop. Damn.
Did that lance come with Bishop?
No. Well, Bishop the Horse. I don't know.
I think it does.
It does.
I'm not sure but I think so.
Nice. A really good shot.
I need to get that horse.
And then this is Sapphire. Oh man. Really nice depth. I mean, these are all like amazing photos of the latest wave. And I like the fact that Horsemen feature everyone. Shots by Gobu. Toys and photography. Oh wait, man, their stuff's always like a dream.
Yeah.
Kind of really mystic. Hey, look at there.
Hey.
There he is. Toy Egg Photos.
What a great shot.
That was a great one. Yeah, the smoke came out really nice. Or like
really blends in.
I love this figure. This might be my favorite figure in the wave. Like just
this one.
Just have so many options with him and stuff. And I didn't think I would love the ghost version of it, but I love it.
But he's you have to build him though, right? So he doesn't come in the translucent body.
He comes with the translucent body, and then you have to, if you want the zombie, you have to take.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, well, I've always said, even in the past, I'm kind of weary of translucent. I'm okay with, but it's just like it's not my jam. But I really, it's the zombies I really want. I got it because of the I want to get the.
You should take a few shots if you get. Did you get the builder pack?
I'm getting it. I got it through Steve, Articulated Empire. So it's
when you get it in, you should go ahead and take some shots with the ghost body before you switch it out. First of all, it's a bitch to switch out. Yeah, that's why. But
you'll be using that heat gun for sure.
Yeah, man, my hands hurt afterwards.
Man.
But man, that ghost body is super fun, and I love all the little effects like the fire mouth type thing or whatever it is really, really cool.
Like, I agree with you, John. Like, I don't love translucent figures, but I feel like the translucence for that figure is like specific. It's supposed to be ghostly, you know what I mean? It works well, and it's just like super photogenic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's I've seen so many photos, and again, everyone's shots of it. It's like I got to get it, and then of course the custom stuff you can do with the actual zombie parts. I mean, you could put that on different things, and then even with Dork Layer's Fat Zombie using the Ganesha parts, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to get that. It's like, so I hit up Steve like, hey man, do you have any of these in stock? Like, hold on, let me check. Yeah, I just one's on the side. It's okay, man. I'll get one. Send it my way because it's like I need to play around with that. Rhea Black says, "Hey, remote panel and chat. What's up? What's up, Rhea? Hope you're having a good evening." And Clickable Fun said, "Yeah, the lance does come with the horse."
Okay, nice.
So I was looking at that too. I was thinking about getting Sir Gideon's horse, but
it's a cool accessory, the lance. I don't think they've come out with that for anything else.
I don't think so. Yeah, just their horses are always pretty bare. Man, see, KT had to take a sabbatical too, so he's not here. But I guess we can breeze through real quick. I'm actually not. Well, I'm actually upset actually talking about McFarlane because to get this Bruce Wayne, you have to actually build it. So it's like you have to get every single one. Yeah,
that's funny. One of them's gonna come with the briefcase. Like what?
It's like, damn you. So it's like, and I thought we already had a robotic Batman from the Android episode. I was like,
you're getting the second one.
Chris is like, man, it's like first wrestling, now McFarlane. But we have to do it justice, even though KT's not here. But they did release the so was this this is the superpower stuff. So I know some people were already kind of talking about this as far as like hoping that people kind of 3D print 112 scale versions of this set. So
that'd be cool.
Pretty cool looking.
I would love a 112 of this.
Yeah, man. But sadly, it's for the Superpowers collection. So
where was this when I was a kid?
I know.
I would have ate this shit up.
I mean, I did have the Hall of Justice, and I had so much play value with that, dude. That elevator piece. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm 5-6 years old, and I have like Batman punching the Joker, and he falls down, and that elevator's up, and then I just press it down, and that's like the Joker's dead. The elevator just coming down, squashing him. It's just like, I mean, I don't know where. Again, it's probably from watching too many movies I shouldn't have been watching, but I'd look back going, dang, if my dad RoboCop, yeah, Predator, Revenge of the Nerds, and who knows.
That wasn't violent.
Well, it wasn't good either. I mean,
it wasn't appropriate for whatever John's age was at the time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't appropriate for me either, but I watched it because it was on
It's not even appropriate for me now.
Yeah.
It was on HBO and my parents had gone to bed already. So
watching Porky's and stuff. Just check out the movie figs. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers, Superman.
Yeah, spoilers.
Well, I meant the next dude.
But I mean, it's their movie fig, so at least they got the actually, is it soft good? Are we gonna have to do this to
I think that's soft good.
I think that's soft good.
I don't know. From my
now you're on the other side of this argument, huh?
Yeah, because it looks shiny. It looks kind of like
scroll over to another photo. I think it's soft good. But either way, okay, if it is soft, let's assume it is soft goods. That's cool. And then also the likeness is pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. And then is this, or is the other one? So I guess it is going to come.
This one has multiple faces. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's an alternate version. So
yeah, this is the.
See, that one has the that's soft goods right there.
I have not bought a McFarlane figure in a long time, but I pre-ordered this one because I wanted that.
Is this like a deluxe versus?
It's a deluxe one, and I wanted the dog. So
yeah, I see the shine on here. So it probably the first one is maybe it is soft goods, but it's not billowing. Whereas like kind of these are, but actually no, that's a statue. So
yeah, that's a statue.
I don't know. But yeah, spoilers. I mean, I thought I saw it on here. Yeah, this guy here, the Kaiju, that's been, I guess, getting everyone in an uproar.
I don't know why.
It's the fact that I saw it, and I mean, KT, he was just posting stuff. I guess people on Reddit and stuff like that were saying like people that are complaining about Doomsday the way he was looking in BVS, and now you have this like
This is Doomsday, though. This is just some random monster he's gonna fight.
Yeah, exactly. And also, he's like a giant kaiju, and this figure is not to scale at all.
No, yeah, and that's what that threw me off because wait, is this the creature that Superman's fighting in the trailer? Because what the heck? Because he's not.
I had heard that the creature is kind of based on an axolotl because kids love axolotls.
Yeah,
and he's just a random kaiju that he fights in the movie. Gunn loves goofy looking monsters. I love those monsters. They give it a real pulpy feel. I love that one in Guardians 2 that they fight at the beginning.
Oh, is that with
all
tentacles?
The teeth? Yeah, the big the big slug looking thing with all the teeth.
I mean, it's I mean, I was kind of thrown off by the scale. I think what it looks like and that's what's throwing me off is just the scale. I think once I see it in the actual in the film, I'll be fine, but it's just the scale's throwing me off because it's it's not, he's supposed to be a towering kaiju like this, taller than a skyscraper. So, but
I mean, McFarlane's only going to do so much, right?
Yeah, but then we got Luthor though.
Yeah,
it's like we need a Mezco Luthor. I need a Luthor.
It's funny how much better the likeness on the Superman is versus this Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but what can you do? I mean, he's bald, so. And then this is the who's Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. So. Yeah.
And it's the guy that played Darwin, right? In the X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In First Class, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I thought he looked.
Hopefully, it lasts much longer in this movie than.
Yeah. Hopefully. He didn't even
What is he holding in his hands?
Mr. Terrific has these spheres that are supercomputers, and then they can project force fields and stuff.
Okay.
That's cool.
He doesn't have actual superpowers. He's a super genius.
Okay. I'm surprised. Well, I guess maybe not surprised. I haven't seen the and the robots too that are his
buddies. This guy. I'm actually probably gonna get these robots. I might even army build these robots.
Yeah,
I love their design.
Well, I guess why? So is there again? I'm kind of this version and stuff like that. I mean, again, as far as Superman, I'm not too into the this version of the lore and everything is with because is there a reason why they always called number 4? Do they have a number 1, a number 2?
Yeah, he has a bunch of them as well.
Okay. Yeah. Because I saw in the trailer, as soon as Crypto takes him back to the hall of the Fortress of Solitude, they all kind of just gang together to bring him back, help him out. So that would be cool. I mean, with the Mezco Superman and just have these all around him and stuff like that after kind of get him healed up and stuff. So that'd be kind of cool to do a shot like that.
We all know Mezco's gonna make one of these. Why haven't they done it already?
Who knows, man? I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm sure it'll be coming.
They'll tease it a week before the movie, and then it'll come out in 2 years.
Yeah. And then of course we got one Gordon from BVS, which I mean,
that's not bad. That's Alfred.
Alfred. Yeah. So, and then we got that's what threw me off because we have Gordon here. So young Gordon from year 1. So. It's funny, they do Batman Year 1 Part 4. So, but no,
which of these figures can I put you down for, Chris?
Yeah, none of the above.
Man, it's funny. I wonder if he's using the. I wonder if that's the same phone booth that I have. I need to bust my because I think I have one of these that's I got from a miniature store. Mm-hmm. So, but it's
Arlen, do we know?
It's I can pull them up real quick. I think it's Aesthetic.
Year 1 Batman looks pretty cool.
Yeah, here he is. John. Actually, surprisingly his name is John. A_Aesthetic 1. Yeah, he's in with McFarlane, so and he does a lot of good work. So
he does good work, man. He makes those figures look pretty good. And then you get them in hand, and you're like, oh, these
actually,
these are still McFarlane figures.
Yep. So, but no, he does.
That Two-Face looks pretty good.
Yeah, that was one of the reveals too, right? The latest one that they had, at least the Silver Age. That's a good Dr. Fate. Yeah, he does. I mean, showcases the figures really well. I mean, you can see why why he gets hired by them. So, but actually, I'm happy. You know, somebody, a John, somebody named John is doing them justice. So, actually, speaking of that, we can go to the next. But I want to find it though, because yes, we were talking about promo shots, and again, no, not trying to throw shade or anything, but it's just the. It was bad. If I go to the Hasbro site, I can pull up the Joes. You know, it happens to us all. I saw a lot of people kind of talking about this in certain chats. Let me bring this just to show what I'm talking about. So we got the new Joe releases. Snake Eyes, Monkey Wrench, Battle Armor, or
Cobra
Combat Suit, Cobra Commander, and Major Blood. So this is I forgot what, I think it's the third version of Snake Eyes. Like, we're talking about like the vintage. I think this is like the third or fourth version that can come out. So
I was like, this is like the fifth Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
from Classified.
Yeah, for Classified, but now for the vintage, I think this was like the third one that came out, because you had like the Commando and then like the Ninja version, and then you had this version here. Monkey Wrench, Dreadnought, so definitely going to be picking them up.
Yeah, I'll have to get him eventually.
Yeah, now I already pre-ordered. I pre-ordered him off Pulse because I got to get all the Dreadnoughts. And a lot of the pictures they had with him, he didn't have his sunglasses, so I was wondering about that. But no, there you can see he does have it. So, okay, well, because he always has sunglasses on the in the cartoon and in the comics and stuff. So, Major Blood.
I wish Hasbro would just make face sculpts with the glasses on, like give you an extra head that just has the glasses.
That would be cool.
I am so scared of losing those glasses. All the time.
And I've actually dropped mine. Of course, I have carpet where I photograph that. So it's I've dropped, like, everyone else's is fine except for which I hate because he's my favorite, like classic Dreadnought is Buzzer. And his, and they're wonky too. They're kind of
they do not want to stay on. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you then. What about Mezco? Would you prefer if Mezco gave you glasses on the head?
I wouldn't mind it. But Mezcos are always so good. They're tight. You know what I mean? It's very hard to lose those.
Like I can't even like Dr. Octopus. I can't even take those. I'm scared to take those glasses off. I mean, as soon as I snap them on, like I'm worried that they're gonna like just break off.
It's just about them possibly falling off for you.
Yeah. Like if I lose the glasses on my Sergeant Slaughter, it's like I'm gonna have to buy a new Sergeant Slaughter. Like,
it's like
he just looks weird without the glasses. Like what? Why even? Who's photographing Sergeant Slaughter without his sunglasses on? Nobody.
Because again, like he could be in a fist fight and lose his hat, but I mean, he's still going to keep those glasses on, man.
I'll be honest, with the Sergeant Slaughter, they should have a head with his hat and glasses on all the time. At least offer you one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be fine with that, because I mean, I usually keep them with that on. I mean, when I store them, the glasses come off and the hat come off separate. But anytime he comes out, as soon as the first thing I do, I put the hat and I put the glasses on. That's like automatic. He looks naked without it. Even though he's, he just does not look the same without his stuff on.
That Clark Kent figure I got, the third party Clark Kent.
Oh yeah,
I am terrified that I'm going to lose those glasses. Like, and you only get one pair. At least that's the other good thing with Mezco too. They'll give you like 4 or 5 pairs of glasses usually.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
Better than the first one. I like the design a lot more.
Yeah, I don't have the First Blood, and I think he was what, Cobra Island. I think
he was Cobra Island. Yeah.
Cobra Island. So this is like kind of like, I guess they're traditional. Now I know Seb in our group, he's going to retro. Like he's just like, I don't think he's getting this one. He's gonna just wait for a retro Blood, which I mean makes sense. I can't wait because I don't have the Viper Island one. I don't have a Major Blood anywhere, so I was like, I gotta get this one. But
let's talk after the show, John.
What's that?
Let's talk after the show.
Okay.
I got some Joes for you.
All right. And this Cobra Commander here, this was like, man, this was the first
my Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I bought him. Man, I forgot where. I think I know at Toys R Us, but I think we were out of town somewhere. But no, I think this was part of the '87 wave, and I was all in on G.I. Joe at that point. Because I had the classic. I had the dome and I had the hooded Cobra Commander, but those were my brothers. So this one, when it came out, this was like, again, it had been like maybe 2 or 3 years before, since that last Cobra Commander they had released, that okay, here's the newest version. He's got battle armor on. He's all he's got this cool helmet on, and it's just like he just looked incredible. And I like the fact that they incorporated the fact that because this Cobra Commander was also tied in with the new show that they were doing at the time. I guess the new series of G.I. Joe, where they were incorporating all new characters and their new looks, which included this combat armor. But the funny thing is, part of that was because they, Cobra Commander was a snake during the movie. He got turned into a snake in G.I. Joe the movie, and when he gets basically, semi into human form, there's the Baroness and Nagahide help him, at least be able to stand up on two on 2 feet. It was called the miniseries was called Operation Dragonfire, and they were able to kind of get him from being a snake to just being like the snake looking humanoid person. But and they gave him like this combat armor to wear instead of just this little loincloth that he had on. And fans were always kind of like, well, he had like the scaly skin, and then he puts his combat armor on and he's got flesh colored eyes. It's like, what happened? So I love the fact that the figure actually incorporates that. So it has 2 head sculpts where you have the snake eyes and the scaly skin behind there, and you have the second one is like, has eyebrows. He's flesh toned. I mean, that's what's cool about that, because I remember as a kid, you kind of just like, it kind of goes over your head, but as an adult, you're thinking like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, one minute
continuity issue.
Yeah, he's a scaly humanoid guy, and now it's like all of a sudden like he's Caucasian because he can just see like through the eyelids. But no, I think
I love that it comes with it, but why does it come with an iguana?
So that was also part of Operation Dragonfire, because basically they were getting rid of a lot of the other characters. So there's like a Cobra Civil War somewhat, and he captures Serpentor and turns him into an iguana.
Oh.
So like the stuff that the I forgot what it was called, like, because that's what brought in the python. Like he's taking animal DNA and incorporating with his with the tanks and with the aircrafts and everything, and giving it some sort of like animalistic qualities to it. And that's what also brought him back from being a snake, an actual snake to a snake man. But he did he reverse engineered it and turned Serpentor into an iguana. So, and for us Coco fans, Cobra Commander fans, that was a big deal, because we a lot of us hated. I mean, we respect Serpentor for certain things, but we at the same time we hated the fact that Cobra Commander was basically playing sick and
supplanted. Yeah.
And so the fact that he got his comeuppance, especially in the movie, because he gets turned into a snake and all that stuff. But in this next series, and that was like really the only really good thing about this new series, because after that, after this mini series, they did a regular 2 seasons or whatever, but it wasn't good. It wasn't that very good. You have some fans on it. I don't want to talk too negative about it, but it was just really campy and just kind of, there wasn't the same sort of G.I. Joe they had from the season or 2 before. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But
they jumped the snake, if you will.
They jumped the snake. Yeah, they after the G.I. Joe the movie, which I think some fans say that's when they jumped the snake, was the movie. But I thoroughly enjoy the movie. I watch it at least once or twice a year.
Who doesn't like the movie? The movie's awesome.
I love the movie, and it's like I feel like that. I truly feel that was a better movie than Transformers the movie.
Amen.
Only because I think Duke's death is coma, but he died. I mean, his death is actually more earned, and Falcon's kind of arc is more earned than Optimus Prime and Hot Rod. I mean, that was just stupid.
I think that they learned a lot of mistakes from Transformers the movie. Maybe they don't want to traumatize their whole audience. I don't know.
Well, and I think, again, I think story arc wise, they just did a better job. But it's funny because G.I. Joe the movie was supposed to be released first, and then they ran behind schedule or whatever, so they released Transformers the movie first, and then they saw all the uproar with Optimus dying. They were like, "Oh shoot, we can't do that. Let's say Duke, he had a coma, and hey, and at the very end of the movie, they say, hey, over the
Duke's gonna be okay.
He's gonna be a-okay. So it's just It's funny seeing that, but
he's in a coma. Yeah, like it's like off screen. I love it.
Oh man,
That's funny.
Man, let me see real quick because this snake, I'm trying to find it because it was just, I mean, maybe they took it down because it's just, I was trying to find the promo shots for the snake eyes because if I don't find it, so basically in the actual, because actually they don't even have it on here. In the promo shot, you can it is nothing big, but it's his this thigh piece right here. It's actually all the way down here past the knee, and it's in the actual. It's in these shots, and everyone was calling it out, and I'm like, you know, but it happens.
Shots down.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to all of us. I mean, we that happens. Like you don't see it after, until after the fact. Like, oh crap, yeah, I forgot about that. But nah,
I hate that.
I do too. Yeah,
that's when you see something, you're like, God
yeah,
damn it. And that's all you see from then on.
Or you just, I mean, even before you publish it, you think like, man, it's a badass shot. Like, I mean, man, this is so cool, and I can't wait to post this. And you keep looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, oh crap, man, it's like that, that's off, or that's that's backwards, and then it's like I already tore everything down, so I can't, now I got to recreate it.
Or like even worse, when you're like physically going to post it on Instagram, you look at it on your phone and you're like, wait,
that don't look right. Yeah. I mean, the worst. Somebody did. They called me out, but it was in jest. I didn't take anything personally, but it was just one of my dios. I was using one of those diorama prints that are just like little, cardboard pieces, printed, backgrounds, and I had it upside down. It was interior of a castle, and it would look fine. But then when somebody said like that looks like it's upside down, even though it was slightly, I had the aperture pretty high up, so it was kind of blurred out a little bit, but not enough to just they could tell like it was. I put it on backwards, like I put it on upside down, so like, oh crap. So I was like, well, that's because it was I was really proud of the shot too. It looked really nice, and
that's such a bummer.
I know. I can't. I hate it. But what you gonna do? But it is what it is. So I guess we will get, as far as the reveals, I guess we'll get to the main event, the one that all of us are waiting for. I know I've been waiting for this. And it's the Frogman. Who wants a froggy? Who wants a froggy?
I gotta get him.
Who wants the frog?
Are you getting him, Chris?
Oh yeah, for sure. What's his name? I'm just looking for his name.
Woodford.
Yeah. Woodford. I saw this at MegaCon and I got super psyched about it. It's funny, like originally I was like, in my head I was like, this better be like really inexpensive for me to buy this, blah blah, because its size and all that stuff. But after looking at like the engineering and the accessories and all the stuff it kind of comes with, I'm more than fine with the standard Mezco price tag for this. I think they really put a lot of.
If they offer it cheaper, I'm not going to be mad.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
But I love the leg, the way the legs are kind of molded and how everything's going to kind of move. And then I also really love that they rotated the eyes with this. I think it would have been a big L if that eye didn't move around, and it's so cool that it does.
By the way, them putting out a video 2 days before that show you all the accessories.
That's nice.
Hats off to Mezco.
Yeah.
It was weird though that they didn't make a stop motion for it. Like I feel like this is more effective marketing wise, but I do love their stop motions, So
I do too. Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I like it. I mean, maybe they still will. Maybe for the was it tomorrow when it drops? And
also they didn't do their standard pick either that tells you whether it's like an exclusive or buy it now or whatever. So.
Yeah, because everything was just the people in their that they collab with, right? It was just the
it was Henrock and Zach and
Paige.
Simon?
Paige.
Paige, Paige did one too. I think Simon did one too, right?
Simon, he was part of it. So
Simon's were awesome.
Yeah. Hats off to those guys, man, for being selected.
So we are. I mean, and a full frog action figure, like that's just insane to me.
Yeah. The cancer too with the glass. I mean, I was looking at I've been looking on eBay. It's like I was like, okay, well that saves me that. It's like I'm all about the accessories, man. It's like I gotta get as much as I can because I mean that's gonna work so well.
Awesome.
So I was like, I saw this, I was like, man, so because I was like, how are you gonna take all that off? Like, I mean, as far as like the suit and everything, I wonder how that's gonna operate.
This better not be one of those Mezco pre-orders where it's up for 2 minutes.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. I doubt it. I think this is this was Simon's. Yeah, that was a really good shot.
Yeah.
Love the little fitting for the pipe and the smoke effect, or like the little breath effect or whatever.
Yeah.
And then also like the two different looks are really cool, like the butler look and then sort of like the agent in the
combat. Yeah, the combat.
Yeah.
He's
I
love his jacket. I love his like aviator jacket that he's got.
Yeah. I just hope it's not a pain to switch in and out though, from the butler to the combat look. Hopefully that's pretty easy.
Also, hats off that this isn't a 2-pack with the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would suck. So
just not right now. Not right now, Mezco.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to I think he's going to be a buy now, and I don't think it'll be
I would think so.
I think they have enough quantities that there's not going to be. I mean, just like Doc Knock and the Decapods. I mean, they were out there for a while, so at least for an hour or so. Was it Handrock? This one was this was Page's stuff here. Really, I've never really, because Page usually does like the macro stuff, so like right there. But then like his regular photography is really outstanding. I was like, man,
I really liked his stuff for
that's really nice.
For Alistair, like he
did
some shots for Alistair too that I thought were really, really fantastic.
Yeah, like on his own, like his personal page, he does like just like sometimes mostly just macro stuff. But man, like when he does these features,
really
freaking outstanding. And then this is Handrock. Yeah, you can always tell the one he did with him with holding the cape to Doc Knock. I mean, gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. This one here, like, oh my god, it's like the fact that, I mean, just for him to get the cape like that too. I'm sure he added extra wire and you know in the in parts of it, but that's perfect.
I'm gonna make one with Woodrew putting the little pin into Doc's chest area, because
Woodford.
Woodford. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, where he's doing the thing, trying to get the cape on. That's great.
But no, that's and of course that's a Crashbox Customs. I was looking to get something like that until who was telling me no. It's like, dude, look at everyone's using Crashbox. It's like, I gotta get me a Crashbox Dio, at least a Mythic Dio. I mean, it looks astounding, man.
Yeah,
using it in shots. But I mean, the storytelling, everything, So, I love how it's just like, I like his. I don't know what it is. It's just like his. I don't want to say his lighting's flat, but it's just like it's like some sort of like pop that he has. That he brings to his photos. It's just like, I mean, I can't put my finger on it, but everything, the colors, I mean, everything just pops right out. And just his stuff's just amazing. I love seeing what he puts out. This was cool. The little explosion effect and this woodsy thing. I've seen him use woods effects with was it the Junkyard Joe and Duke and all the GI Joes and everything. So he's always using this setup. And it works perfectly. And this was this was Handrock. They're just showcasing that. It's like, so good. Man, I just hope. I mean, what do you think pricing wise will be? Just like 120 or
too, right?
Yeah. I think this was Zach sequential plastic.
Oh, okay, yeah,
right here.
Man, somewhere between 112 and 120.
He's not even up on the page yet, is he? And I kind of wonder about that sometimes, if that's good or bad. Because I know I think Mattel does it with a lot of their pre-orders. Like before they drop, they'll drop it. They actually have the page where you can go and look and see the price and everything.
That is not what Mezco does.
No, neither is Four Horsemen. When they do the figures here, like a lot of them don't, because I think the point is you want to get that FOMO, like just have that drop, and then like immediately it's almost like that we don't have time to think about it. If they do it a day or two before, then you're like, you look at it like, I'm good. But if you don't know what the price is, you don't know what the accessories are going to be like, you don't know nothing about it really. It's like, okay, you got, you may just have an hour before this thing gets sold out there. You're going to do it or not? So.
I think that they play on that a little bit too, you know, because I do get that feeling sometimes where there's certain drops where it's like, okay, I look at the images and it's like out of fear of them selling out, especially with my Casey Jones experience, I'm like, I'm just committing to it. I'm just putting in my card as fast as I can, and then I go look at the photos, you know.
And that's kind of how I am. Even though I was kind of like that with Ganesha, I kind of did that, had that same impulse, but I mean, it was still out there for, you know, sometimes the figure obscure. I mean, sometimes they'll sell out pretty quick. Sometimes they won't. This was one of the ones where they didn't. I'm hoping for tomorrow because what did they say? What time is the drop?
1 o'clock, right?
They're always at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. Eastern, and then noon for me. So I need to make sure I'm not out eating lunch somewhere where I got my, because that's what screwed me up about the mystery box. I didn't have my credit card with me. Well, my credit card is on file, but I needed the little 3-digit code thing, and I was like, I had to go get it, and I was like, oh crap! So I got up, and by the time I came back and was going through with my order, and it looked like everything processed, but I guess it didn't. And it, you know, before I knew it, I went back and did a refresh and sold out. I was like, crap.
I've been having a lot of good luck with PayPal, just using because all that stuff's just stored in it.
Yeah, it's all in there. The worst is though when you're there and then you realize like, oh shit, I didn't log in to my account.
Oh
like,
god, yeah.
That sucks. So that's why tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure I got my credit card with me, and then just make sure I'm signed in. Right around 11:55. Yeah, just make sure I'm signed in, and which is crazy because I wonder if we're gonna get something like that, like the blank stuff. Like that was just like, I still find that funny how the blank was just crashing the site, or they had problems right around the time when the blank was dropping. I mean, literally, I mean, it was like you couldn't order. I was like, everyone's freaking out. Going, dude, I can't. Can you get in? Like, no, I can't. I can't even get to like checkout. Like, what's going on?
I forgot about the blank. And 20 minutes in, I was like, oh shit, the blank got on there. It had just come up, and I ordered it.
Dang.
The worst one, you guys, I don't know if you guys were collecting at the time, but the Symphony of Horror Nosferatu. Anybody?
No,
I think they wanted to do something special, so they released it at 9 o'clock at night. But then the site crashed, and then it didn't start working again until 1:12 in the morning. So from 9 o'clock to 1:12 in the morning, people were like trying to get this thing, and me included.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful figure, though, right? Totally
worth it.
I mean, I got the black and white version.
At least it wasn't for Hawk P40, right?
Yes.
I'm getting the black and white version Nosferatu, so we'll see. Hey, wait a minute. That's like, look at that. I know that book. That's the Frankenstein creature book, right? Yeah. See, I know these props.
Someone needs to do one where he's reading Wind in the Willows.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm sure that you're giving Toymer some ideas if he's watching. Like, I'm sure
that's what's this guy's name? He's on Trevor's show, The Chair.
Oh yeah, that's
not Trevor's show, Monster Show.
Mike, Insightful Imagery.
Insightful Imagery.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think a lot of this. I mean, a lot of these accessories. I think Mike's done stuff, but yeah, it's just. And this is the dang freaking the Dio. I recognize those curtains. That has to be the one that was the Last of Us. The
Kai Lab one.
Kai Lab, yeah. It's like, God, I wish I'd gotten that. Which I think I didn't know anything about it at the time. I just I'm still looking to see if somebody's selling one or whatnot. So, man. And of course, I think this is 78 points. His Nocturnal Dio. I kind of recognize the patterns, but of course, more Frankenstein's creatures. I want that liquor. It's just so nice to kind of just have that, especially since I have that mansion diorama set from Extreme Sets. I mean, I just kind of just have that there and stuff. So, I mean, because little things up there, I have so much in my Amazon like wish list or whatever, and it includes stuff like that, like whiskey or accessories, things like that, and like little telephones, like the little old school telephones with the little handle and stuff. And I don't pull the trigger on it, so I don't know. I just, now that I'm gonna get this guy, hopefully I'll be able to it comes with all those accessories. So, but yeah, that's a definite pickup. I mean, it's not even.
It's wild. Mezco, I guess. I mean, they're only promoting Woodford this week, so they didn't do Mezco Monday. They didn't do Turtle Tuesday today?
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, so I guess it's all about Woodford.
Yeah.
So, we shall see. Oh, that was a cool one of WTF Wednesdays.
It's very funny.
But no, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna be ready for it. And I was like, man, I saw this too. The bricks and bread. I was like, do y'all have that?
I do not.
Does it come with a case?
Come on, what?
The box, the chest, that all that stuff is.
Let me see here. Let me look at their site because I was looking at that. I wonder if it's still available.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is.
No,
I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the bag, and the monies and the bars.
I have Double Trouble.
That's what I have, yeah.
Yeah, which is like the gold coins and bags and guns, and I thought that was all I really needed.
Waitlisted.
Oh shoot, yeah. I was like, dang it, I missed out. Well, it's fine. I like the way the money looks. I mean, it's kind of, it looks a little bit looks a little bit better than my paper money that I bought.
Really? Yeah. See, I like that. I have that's like stacks of bills or whatever that I got off Amazon. I like how that looks.
Man, speaking of which, I'm actually excited about this because it was part of what I bought. Let me pull up Mattel's site. Because it's like accessories too with these figures that I'll be able to use for other things. So with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, you get some money. Money. Nice. Lots of money. So yeah, there's one of the two. So what I got here with these 2 packs of the figures. So $1 Million Man and Ricky Steamboat. But
nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. Nice little accessories. You got the $1 Million belt and then the money here. So that would be cool to kind of incorporate with other things. And then I got the Hart Foundation, Roddy Piper, and the Animal George Steele, and then Jake the Snake Roberts and Rick Rude. So
that snake accessory is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Rob.
I was just wondering with this Hellboy, does the hand come off? How do you get the jacket off?
The hand comes off at the elbow-ish area.
Oh, okay. Does it just snap out, or what's the?
It should just pull out, like grab the ball joint and then pull it down slowly. Okay. That snake accessory is so cool.
Yeah, I mean they come up quite a bit with with them. So I think this one was on. Yeah, these were on sale too. So I was like, that's not too bad. $49 for a 2-pack, but it's a good little starter pack that I'll have. So it's like, was that 1, 2, 3, 4? About 8 figures. So all classic superstars from the 80s. I'm bummed that this Bam Bam and Big Boss Man was sold out like crap. It's like, oh, those were 2 of my favorites too growing up. But there's plenty on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon over the weekend too to see what other figures came out and or that are available. Like, so there's so much. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have a problem getting wrestling figs, and I think that's gonna help me too, because there's been times lately where I've been kind of hitting a wall, or kind of like a creative kind of wall, and it's like, I know with wrestling, I can do that.
Yeah, you can always just do a wrestling shot.
Yeah, it's just something that I feel comfortable with, and it's something that that's always been part of my entertainment. So it's like I can quickly get in there, because sometimes I'm messing, like I'm trying to do that Tracy shot. I was doing that today for the collab that we're in, Rob. And I just like I look at my my library and stuff. I'm just like, damn it, I think I found one, even though I'm not truly happy with it. I'll probably post after the show. I'll post it in our chat, but I'm just like, it's. You do shots after shots after shots, and then eventually I kind of just was like, yeah, let me put this away. Let me get out Alex Murphy and do that shot. I don't know if you saw it. I did like a little, probe shot with Alex Murphy from RoboCop. It's like, kind of just like let me kind of switch gears for a minute and do something different, because I can't nail this Tracy shot. So, but we'll see if this one works.
It happens.
But again, with wrestling, it's one of the things that I can quickly just jump. I mean, it's just easy to do for me. It's like it's almost like, you know, second nature. So this was earlier, so Brick said he had to go, but no, thanks for jumping in, man, and being active in the chat. Appreciate it, Brick. And Hillian Dread says that's my figure from McFarlane. We're looking at earlier, the one with crypto has a soft goods cape, and the one that doesn't include crypto has a plastic cape. Oh, okay. Hey, that's what it looks like. I mean,
You're
maybe
right,
that,
John. How about that?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's the first time that's ever happened. So
It's the first time you've ever been right.
That's the second time you've been right about a cape, actually. But no, that makes sense because he's like, hey, you know, pay for this deluxe one if you want a soft goods cape. Even though he's been doing soft goods cape.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, you want crypto, you want a soft goods cape, pay more. So
F you, pay me.
You know, with the standard one though, I get it, where like you're gonna get more kids that are getting that one, and you know, like whatever kids are buying McFarlane.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
kids don't buy action figures.
No, my nephew, he's into Lego. Man, he's my wife showed me a video that he had done. He's 9. He did like a stop motion. He was using his mom's phone to do a stop motion Lego little video. I was like, oh, it was really good too. I was like, wow. It's like like I told her, hey, so when they come to visit, I don't even have to clean up my studio. I can just I told him, hey, you know, next time I go down there, you know, or if you come up, bring some Legos. I can show you how to do some photography. You know, I got the probe, so we can. He's got all kinds of he's got like a police station. He's got an aircraft carrier. He's got all kinds of like Lego sets and everything. So I was like, it's like, you know, maybe get you a little Instagram account. We can, you know, claim this as yours, and I can show you how to, you know, take some probe shots of Lego. So
yeah, Legos are big for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he goes to he actually goes, I don't know if it's really conventions, but he, you know, like gatherings for Lego. There's a Lego store that he goes to, and they're freaking expensive too. I mean, I was looking at just the figures, and it's like, it was like a Boba Fett that was like, I think $200. I was like, but he knows, he's like, oh yeah, that's because that was from like 3 years ago, and they don't sell it anymore. Like, he knows, you know, just like we talk about figures, he knows all the, you know, the ins and outs with it, right? You know, what the value is and why it is that, you know, and everything. So it's just like, wow, that's pretty impressive. Like, that's good. But man, let me see here. Well, I'm wondering to see what else because Star Wars Celebration was in Tokyo, right? It was in Japan.
It was.
Yeah, because I saw Trevor was posting a lot of stuff there. I wonder, did he get was he invited, or he just go did he just go?
I think he just went. Yeah,
he just went?
I think he was just going. Yeah,
that's crazy, because it's like I mean, I get the sense that he is a big Star Wars fan, but it's still, I guess, because with the mythic stuff and everything, it's you know, and everything he does. But yeah, I think.
I mean, look, I would have gone if I could. Like,
yeah, I mean,
awesome. I watched a bunch of the videos from it.
And again, I think I'm so kind of just so detached now. I don't really, I mean, I just don't keep up with it. And it's just like, man, that it sucks for me, because again, I was a huge fan, but yeah.
We'll welcome you back, John.
I mean, I'm always there. I mean, I got a foot in there. I mean, it's like but I'm not all the way in. Like, I'm like in the pool, like I'm knees in, like I'm all the way, you know, but I'm not fully, you know, treading water. I'm just kind of like just hanging out there, just like, hey, what's up, you know? Kind of just, you know, knees deep in the pool.
How are you?
Star Wars left me, man. I didn't leave Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars, the bullshit they're putting out.
I mean,
you don't like Mando?
Mando? No. I like Mando. I like Mando. The first season of Andor was a little too like political for me. I love Rogue One. I love Rogue One. But that first season of Andor was I like the prison scenes a lot. Like I like that.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cautiously optimistic for this new one, and I did not expect to like it. I liked Skeleton Crew, but
still need to watch that.
Ahsoka was just kind of tepid for me. Obi-Wan was just kind of tepid for me. Really actively disliked Acolyte. And
I get
it.
Yeah, for me it was like Ahsoka, like things that I know, like Skeleton Crew and Acolyte. I was kind of like, because again, those are kind of things that I'm, you know, kind of detached from. I know they're probably based on shows or books or whatever, so there's a built-in audience for it. But
so you didn't watch those at all, right?
I didn't watch them at all, no. But like,
I think
Ahsoka,
you would like Skeleton Crew. I think you would like Skeleton Crew a lot.
Watch it. I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I think that would be. I think I might like it. But
it's Goonies, man.
It's Goonies in the Star Wars universe. Yeah,
yeah, man. It is so fun.
Yeah, and that's why I figured.
They touch on Jedi stuff, but it's not like at the center by any means of the narrative, which was fun for them to do that too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I kind of got from the trailers and all the promotional items, but I don't know, like I never got around to it. So maybe I will now with Andrew coming out. Maybe I can go on a Star Wars binge. But I thoroughly enjoyed Obi-Wan. I think again, it justified so many things or made things better. It kind of corrected the prequel trilogy and saying like, you know what, if the prequels weren't done by George Lucas, then this is what we would have, something a little bit more competent.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
It made it was kind of like, okay, this is like a do-over. So this is what the prequels could have been. I mean, and there's things that again, the whole my brother's big complaint with Obi-Wan was like, he didn't kill Darth Vader again. So it's just like that's twice. It's like he just left him there. It's like he could easily just
that fight is awesome though. Right?
It is though. It is.
The fight is cool.
The fight in the show is amazing, and it's emotional and. The whole thing is worth it for me for that fight.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I'm a homer, so whatever. I'm in on that shit anyway.
I think it was really Leia that I didn't like about that show, the actress who did Leia. But what's funny, but then I'm like, okay, maybe you just don't like kid things. But then I liked Skeleton Crew. I thought those actors were. It just fit.
It depends. Yeah,
it worked for me. I think she works for me. But I have a daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know that whole thing. And I thought it was clever that they went with Leia instead of Luke because I just expected them to do Lone Wolf and Cub with Luke, right?
Yeah. I mean, but it makes sense because again, you have to reverse engineer things. So in the hologram that she sends to Obi-Wan and they watch it, it's like there's some connectivity, there's some relationship that they had.
Yeah.
In my kids, I'm thinking like, okay, well, when she's like a little bit older, and they kind of maybe had an adventure, not when she was a little kid, but again, you have to tie everything together. I didn't have a problem with her. She did seem like a young Carrie Fisher. I mean, she kind of did provide those kind of nuances, and not only that, but also you kind of did buy that she was the daughter of the Padme Natalie Portman. So yeah, I didn't see had a problem. It was I wasn't really a fan of the one of the I can't remember the character's name. The African American girl, the one that was kind of Reva, yeah. And I mean, there were some parts I liked about her, and the way she was, portraying the role, and then other parts I was kind of like, what? So it was a lot of like kind of back and forth. It wasn't like because they made her gray, she wasn't clear bad or clear good. But I mean, with Vader,
I think Obi-Wan's biggest thing is it could have been a movie, and it probably would have been better. Like it would have been a tighter story, and you probably would have gotten something more satisfying.
Yeah, which is crazy though, because a lot of people, I mean, sometimes they say like, well, these kind of mini series or these one shot kind of 8-episode kind of 8-hour movies should fill in everything rather than just say a 2-hour movie. But sometimes it's just a lot of fluff. You
just need a tighter, tighter story. I think Andor is brilliant, and that's like my favorite one.
I will say
I think Andor is better than Rogue One is personally. That's just
yeah.
I think I'm into all the things that they do. Like there's a heist movie in the middle of it. There's a prison movie in the middle. Of it. And like I just think it fleshes out the universe in a way that I absolutely adore. I think I don't know, just the look at the Empire in it and fascism and all the discussions in it, I just think it's incredible. And I cannot wait for this new one.
And it's just I will say this though, I mean, and maybe it's just me, because there were sometimes I would have it playing and I was maybe I was shooting or I was like doing something else. You have to, for me, I have to pay attention. Otherwise, I'm not gonna know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And a few minutes, like literally, if I my attention span varies, for 5 minutes, I'm doing something else, and I'm like, oh, let me get back to it. Like, wait, what just happened? Because it's just like it literally. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that you really have to pay attention and put your phone down, stop what you're doing, and just watch what's on the screen because I mean, I mean, this person's backstabbing this person's over here, this person over here. It's just like so many stories that are going around. So I was even thinking about having to rewatch it because I was like, because I
wish I
seen
had
it.
time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was thinking about that, but I was like, well, I mean, because I saw it the first go around, but it was a lot having to rewind and or start over again and stuff like that. Then I saw it a second time, like maybe a month or two after that. But I was like, that was it. I hadn't seen it, since then. But I think that's enough, rewatches and kind of, doing it again. Then I should be fine. I thought this was going to be something live action with Sam Witwer as the voice of Maul, but it's animated. I'm like, damn it. I was like, because I think y'all were talking about that. I saw it kind of go across in the chat, but I was doing something at the time. But I think you and KT Rob were talking about Maul and how he was supposed to be the big bad in Solo Part 2, but of course Solo didn't do so well, so they had to they had to scrap that. But
honestly, the Maul and what are they called, the Red Order or something like that, it's something that they established in the comics, and I was thinking that they were going to go that route with like Mandalorian and the movie stuff. And it's a shame because I think that would have been a way cooler route than the First Order or whatever that whole thing.
Sure. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, there's new movies coming out that they announced, so who knows?
With not Daredevil, with the Deadpool guy,
and Sean Levy
and
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, yeah. And I'm trying to remember, because it takes place after the new sequel trilogy, right?
Yeah, 5 years after.
5 years, so it's not gonna be on Rey, so it's gonna be this character.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, though, is I think Rey could show up. Any of those characters could show up if they're still alive.
So that's crazy.
I just want a big fun Star Wars movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all I'm looking for. I mean, again, they kind of were on the right track with The Force Awakens, but then Last Jedi and then Rise of Skywalker. I'm just like, oh man, you guys didn't really plan this out right.
Yeah, that's a big problem because I think Last Jedi's all right by itself.
Yeah, but I mean, there's stuff that's set up in the first film that doesn't pay off, and then it doesn't pay off in the third film. It's just like this giant, it's like one hand isn't talking to the other type of deal. It's just like, oh man, it's just like it was a mess, huge mess. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find the other thing that dropped, which I gotta rewatch this. I know I don't want to play the sound on here, but man, I gotta, because I'm getting these. I'm gonna, again, it's another tease of one of my pickups. But
also, I'm glad what's his name, Hayden Christensen, is finally getting some kind of like acknowledgement. At that time, everybody like hated him for Vader, and now there's like this new appreciation of him as
well, yeah.
And as much as you didn't really like Obi-Wan, he's great in it.
Yeah.
He's really great.
Again, I didn't hate Obi-Wan. To me, it was just a little tepid. Like I was just kind of like, I was really hyped about it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be really cool. And then what I got, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Mandalorian had been nonstop awesome. You know what I mean? Those first two seasons.
Yeah. And the but that kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like it justified or it corrected what the prequels did, and it showed you, Hayden, he can act. I mean, but when he's like 20 something, you got George Lucas. Again, no discredit to George Lucas, but the man he's an idea man, but he shouldn't be sitting in the director's. He shouldn't be sitting in the director's chair, and he shouldn't be screenwriting and tell him like just read what I put on the page.
I don't like Sam. I don't even necessarily think he's a bad director necessarily because he's directed good movies.
I mean,
all the movies that he did direct that are good, somebody else helped write.
I mean, but
there's a reason Lawrence Kasdan is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but TX, 1138, even Star Wars. I mean, I always say this because with the first Star Wars, and Harrison Ford has said that it's like I think he wasn't George Lucas at that point, so it was more or less Harrison Ford. He could be like, I'm not saying this. What the hell are you talking about? No, okay, what? And because they would say George, he would get frustrated, and mad, and he was just like. He was putting all his chips on the table of, for making this movie. And I guess he was just like, yeah, fine, whatever. But when the prequels came, like, this is George Lucas's show. I'm in charge. You're gonna sit. It's like it wasn't. I mean, I don't think he was really like that, but it was like that was kind of like that's George Lucas. That's George Lucas. Everyone just like, oh my god, that's
yeah.
And then the movie comes out and you're just like, oh dang. So, and I think some people have said he kind of did he kind of he didn't direct part 3 technically, and it was, I think it was Richard Marquardt was the director, but they say there's a lot of kind of like puppeteering behind the scenes, and they're saying like the Ewoks
for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. So there was a lot of things. It was almost like a taste of things to come with the prequels that would happen like years, almost a decade later, because you can kind of see things in there. Like even the final battle. I mean, he just had to up himself with the Phantom Menace. There's like 5 different battles going on, the Phantom Menace, and in the famous documentary.
The best part of the movie, though.
It is, but it's like, but I'm even when I saw it, well, I wasn't really a kid. I think I was in high school at that point. I was just like, there's so much going on. Just stick to the mall fight. Like just stick to the lights. I mean, Padme's over here. What do you call it? Jar Jar Binks over here. The Gungans and Anakin's and like
the thing is though, right? So if you stick with the mall fight's 5 minutes long. You know what I mean?
The way he does it,
you get like 30 minutes of fighting there. And you feel like you watched a big 30-minute battle.
Yeah.
Even if there's only 5 minutes of mall. Like,
no, and I get that. And then, but again, it's just like, it's, things just escalated up because in the first film you had the Battle of the Trench on the Death Star. Second, Empire Strikes Back, you had the Vader Luke fight while the escape from Cloud City's happening with Leia, them trying to find, Han, trying to save Han, but they fail. So they're trying to escape Cloud City. Then Return of the Jedi, you have Endor, you have the space battle, and you have Luke and Vader and the Emperor. Phantom Menace, you have they just add
the fight too in Empire, right? Like, wasn't there?
Well, I'm just talking about the ending though. I'm just talking about you had things happening in parallel, like at the at the end of the film. So again, it seems like he was just up in the ante, each movie. So again, nothing really wrong.
For like Attack of the Clones is much more linear.
Yeah.
And then like Revenge of the Sith has none of that. You know what I mean? It's just the fight at the end.
It's just the fight,
It's very intimate actually, but the movies are what they are,
Yeah. So. I mean, some of them are still enjoyable, but again, with that documentary, George himself has even said, I mean, they because they're after they screened the Phantom Menace and the producers, everyone's there, that he's just like, I should cut back. I mean, there's just too much going on because but everything ties together. I can't, I mean, they're literally having this, on the documentary as it's being filmed, they're having this conversation. So it's just like, I find it funny whenever I go back and watch that. So it's just, I don't know. It's just that, I mean, I remember my brother and my cousins who grew up on Star Wars and they were so hyped to go see it. And they came out of the theater going, what the hell did I just watch? Like, it's like, when did Star Wars become a government, lesson on government? It's like, what the hell is going on? It's oh man.
Have you guys ever watched the movie Fanboys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that scene with Seth Rogen where like he's like, oh dude, this is a Jar Jar Binks tattoo. He's gonna be so cool, man.
Yeah. Oh man. What could have been, but
my daughter loves Jar Jar Binks.
There you go. That's the market.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, never mind. I remember my kid is like 2 and watches Return of the Jedi for the first time. And those Ewoks came out. And let me tell you, I was like, George Lucas is the biggest genius in the history of like, oh my God, the marketing. And she just went apeshit for those Ewoks. And I was like, yep, this still totally works. Because it happened to me when I was that age. So
yeah. I mean, it happens. And that's why as kids, that are now in their 20s, 30s, maybe, it's like that's their Star Wars is the prequel. So it's like, I mean, that's why I don't think I don't try.
Yeah, I know.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it is wrong, but it's like, hey, that's your childhood. That's your Star Wars. So, enjoy it. But before we wrap things up, I do want to bring up this because again, this is coming in this week. I finally got my shipping notice for these guys. So, I saw the trailer. I'm like, I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm thoroughly, excited for.
I'm sorry, you got shipping for the Mezco ones, or did you purchase the Hasbro ones?
The Mezco ones.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I got shipping notes. So, which I've been watching videos the past couple of days. I actually forgot about it. I mean, what I ordered them, but it's like that was like I think 4 weeks ago. I think it'd been a while, and yeah, over the weekend I got the shipping notes from Mesco that they're on their way, and then yeah, I mean, I think they should get here Thursday, either tomorrow or Thursday. I think is what they were showing. So, but I do need to do my research because I think the thing has was it like the butterfly joints. There's something on there. I read people were saying
butterfly joints. I haven't had any problems with it.
But yeah, it's like some people were saying that it could be a problem. I don't. I mean, I'm trying to do
person in particular.
Oh, I'm trying to do as much research as I can. Same with Mr. Fantastic and taking off his feet and his arms and everything. Or
no problems with that at all. That man, that Mr. Fantastic figure is just this. It is a wonder of engineering. I love that thing.
Yeah, that's what
Thing's my favorite in that set, but man, that Mr. Fantastic figure is really, really great. That set's incredible.
Yeah, and it's funny, Jay, it's a TMNT 87. We were chatting, and he was like, "Did you get?" Because I think we were talking. We had ordered the set when it became available on Mezco again, and then he hit me up going, "Did you get your shipping notice?" Like, heck yeah, man, we got it at the same time. It seems like we got our shipping notices. So I guess Mezco decided like, it's time for us to ship these out. It's like they had them all, or maybe they. Even though they said they were in stock on the website, maybe they were just waiting for them to come. As soon as they came, like, all right, let's ship them out. So
that's a lot. Bad. Yeah. That
set
is a lot. You get a lot of stuff.
I know, and that's what
you get Herbie, so you basically get a 5th figure.
Yeah. I was watching. I think it was The Amazing's review or somebody. I think it was maybe Unbox Collector. Saw somebody's review on that on YouTube, and yeah, it's like that looks pretty cool. The Herbie guy. I thought that Herbie was from something else. Like when I've seen your pictures or I've seen Henrock's pictures of Herbie, I thought that was like maybe from a Hasbro figure or a set or something like that. I didn't think that was from Mezco. So when I saw that, I was like, oh dang, like so I'm gonna get this little robot too. Because I hadn't really gone out and looked. I just kind of like it was just a given. Like I need to get these figures, especially once this movie drops. I bet you it's gonna sell out again, and then that's gonna be it. It's gonna instead of $425 whatever I paid, it's gonna be like $600-$700. So
it'll be like Doom, man. I ordered my Doom the day after they announced RDJ was starring as Dr. Doom. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and get it, and it still got him at regular price. So
man, yeah, I'm gonna end up paying a lot for that Doom, and I've been wanting to get. That was gonna be one of my first Mezcos, but I keep kicking the can down the road on him because
that Doom is awesome.
I need to get him. I need to get Doom, but
you got him right, Chris.
No, I don't Doom. I think the Hulk's going to be the first Marvel character I pick up, but
really?
I forgot that Mr. Fantastic had those removable arms, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm hoping that that's what they do for Woodford. If you could just pull the arms,
out for the
outfit, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
but how would you do that with the jacket on and everything?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Fit it through the sleeves or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
And so with this, I feel like this might be obvious to other people that keep up more with this stuff. But are we thinking that this is in an alternate universe?
Yes.
100%. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they're not going to save this universe, so they're going to.
Yeah, I think Galactus kills their universe at the end.
Yeah,
that's what happened, and that
they lose.
They end up in the MCU proper.
Yeah, that's what I envisioned, but
I also think that's why it's a female Silver Surfer.
Yeah, not the male Silver Surfer.
Yeah, instead of Nora and Rad. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had no problem with it. Like I'm man, it's like with comics. I mean, unless you know. Well, I mean, yeah, you do have a Supergirl, so I mean, there has been. I mean, but it's a different character. It's not, you're not really gender swapping. But
she's only in one issue, but there is precedence for it. She's in an issue of the comics.
Yeah, and that's what.
Like, I think it's just a story decision because, like, have you guys watched the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching now.
So, but like Sue is pregnant, right? They announced that at the beginning of the trailer. So I think there's a thing where like. This Silver Surfer is protecting her family, you know what I mean? Because the whole thing with surfers that Galactus comes to kill a planet, and then the surfer sacrifices themselves to become their herald to protect their family, right? So there's going to be this connection between this Silver Surfer, this female Silver Surfer, and Sue, who's just become pregnant, who's protecting her family.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that makes sense.
It's just a storytelling device.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting how they, because you think it would be like a fish out of water story when they actually get it back into the MCU proper and integrate with everyone else. I'm sure everyone's going to be excited to see Hulk and Thing meet face to face. That's
there's going to be this whole thing where the world is different and like the Thing,
like Captain America,
exactly.
Yeah.
But like the Thing also in this universe obviously is celebrated. People love him. When he gets to the MCU, they're gonna hate. He'll be the traditional sort of thing like that everybody hates. And
that's a good call. I didn't because that was in the back of my mind thinking like, why don't they hate him? Like he's like kind of like they're like celebrities. They're just like, hey, hey Thing, what's going on? Or hey Ben, probably calling him by his first name and stuff. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they could do that with
with alternate universes and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then just have him be like the the 2000s thing, which again is still underrated. I like at least the first one. The Rise of the Silver Surfer was kind of like it's whatever, but I didn't mind the first. Was it was in 2003, 4?
It's better than that other one that came out.
Yeah, I didn't even. Honestly, I've seen clips of that. I've I've seen clips of it. Never saw the whole thing, but yeah, I just figured. And there was issues with reshoots because I think was it Kate Mara, Sue Storm, like she's noticeably wearing a wig during like parts of it because they had to go back and do reshoots because I guess the test screenings didn't do so well. So like, hey, let's go back. And it's like, oh, I cut my hair or I changed it. It's like, well, put a wig on. And so it's pretty jarring. And
I invite you guys to watch the Josh Trank one because it is.
I was watching clips of it the other day.
It is maybe the worst.
Which is crazy because I liked there's a lot of good actors in there. Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara's in there. And then the guy who plays Mr. Fantastic, he was in Top Gun. He's been in lots of recent stuff too, but yeah, he's really good.
The beginning of it's interesting. There's some interesting like body horror type imagery and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
When they wake up and their bodies are changing. But then it never gets off of that. And then it's just straight horror. I don't know, like Dr. Doom is exploding people. I don't know. It's gruesome and like, the ending is terrible. I don't know. Oof.
Doom himself. Because he's part of the team that goes out there. He's I don't know what he's done recently, but I know at the time he had been doing some minor role. I know he was in Clash of the Titans and Fright Night, the Fright Night remake. But the actor himself I think he was decent. He's all right, but the way they portray Doom.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say I like the guy who played Doom, and in my opinion, the 2000s ones, the best person in that movie was the guy who played Doom.
Yeah, man, that's Julian McMahon right there. That was
from Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck, because I was heavy into watching Nip. That's what got me loving Florida and Miami, especially because watching Nip Tuck. I was like,
oh no.
So I was like, because I'd seen Miami Vice growing up, but then there had nothing really been anything exposing me to Miami since then. And that was the 80s. So when I started watching Nip Tuck, I'm like, oh man, I want to go out to Florida and live in Miami. But no, he was Christian Troy, Julian McMahon, and then when he got cast as Dr. Doom, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. And he was good. The Latveria stuff. They kind of shoehorned that in at the end and in Rise of the Silver Surfer, and it was kind of again why the second one kind of made me go what, because all the deterioration, all the disease that he had, all that's gone away, and he's back to looking like Julian McMahon because hey, we pay for Julian McMahon, so we can't have him looking like a monster or something.
That's just
he went to see a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
It's a weird. Those movies are like a weird anomaly. Like Spider-Man and X-Men had been so successful.
Yeah.
And then that one just kind of hit with a thud a little bit, And I know obviously there's an audience for it because you guys like them, right? Like there's.
Well, that's what we had. That's what you had at the time.
Yeah.
I don't love it. That was all right.
Yeah. That's what I know now people are talking about because of the account too with Affleck and Berthenol. Obviously, he's playing the Punisher in the TV show, but then also Ben Affleck played Daredevil in the movie, the first movie. So it's like, you know, I was like, what would happen if the two meet? You know, that'd be kind of cool to do a little multiverse. But like the first, I mean, the Daredevil director's cut, when that finally came out, I was like, oh, like this makes so much more sense. Because the first one, I was kind of like, nothing's really connected. There's some disconnect here, and you find out later, oh, there's so much they cut out. I mean, they cut out a whole court case.
Half an hour, right?
Yeah. I was like, it was a ton. I mean, it was like, I think it ended up being like 2.5 hours or something like that. It was.
There's still a lot of evanescence on that soundtrack.
Hey man, that was I mean, I was jamming out to that. I was like, again, I was in my mid-20s when that came out. I think we're early 20s, so I was kind of the demographic. But no, with that, and then the Punisher movie with Thomas Jane, I was like, it's all right. Again,
the second one was better.
I'm a Punisher
it was.
Warzone fan.
They leaned into the campiness, and it was like, just like a lot better.
Yes, yeah.
I'm a big Punisher Warzone fan.
Yeah. I mean, but you have your layers, right? Because if you go further back, 1990 Captain America, and then you have 1989 Punisher. I mean, again, it's like, okay, well, that was pure schlock and pure crap, but some of it was good. But then you had the 2000s. Okay, we're gonna love, we got better effects, better better casting, more Hollywood. It's cleaned up a little bit. Still, it needs another pass through. It needs another run through. It's like we're not there yet. So now you get to MCU, Kevin Feige. I mean, now we're in the proper version. We're in the prototype stage. Now we're in the final version, I think. So I think I'm looking forward to, because I always like the Fantastic Four. I don't know, something about it. It's always, I think, just because because they were a family.
To it. They're a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's what was always cool about it. I will say though, to kind of cap off with the 2000s though, like Michael Chiklis, I mean, that was he was good. He was good as thing. He wore the suit. I mean, he was committed. He was in that whole thing, and he did the voice and everything. So
Jessica Alba though is not a good suit.
No. And they and I feel bad for her too, because I mean, in the second one, they really did a lot of like kind of like they dyed her, dyed even more blonde, and then her eyes were blue, and it just like, it's not good. I mean, Pedro Pascal, he's Latino, but like, no, I mean, they're not, but again, he looks like Reed Richards, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, I think it that doesn't even matter if she had been really good in the movie. You know what I mean? Like if she had acting had like been very good.
Jessica Alba's not the person you cast.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like casting who was it? In the James Bond movie, the Christmas. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Denise Richards.
Denise Richards, as a physicist or whatever. It's just like that's not nuclear.
That's not good casting. Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I think we're at time now. So thanks guys for having this again. We missed last week because we were kind of going hard with Mezco March Madness. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Hit that like wherever it's at. If you're not subscribed, kind of want to, maybe want to hit that subscribe button too. But no, thanks everyone for jumping on and being part of the chat. Hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
See you guys.
Have a good one.
Take it easy.